That was 58,271 of our babies, of which over 33,000 were 20 years and younger. You talk about obscenity, that's obscenity. Now let me meander a little bit. I'll try not to levitate the furniture with my anger. First World War did not have to happen. It was a manipulation for the specificity of breaking the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Versailles was a ceasefire to create the operational theater for the next 100 years, snubbing Ho Chi Minh, formation of Iraq, Iran, and Yugoslavia. Second World War was inevitable because the reparations that were demanded by Clemenceau and Lloyd George undermined the Germans any opportunity to pay back their reparations by pulling out the ability to do so. While Versailles was happening, the Italian ally was supplanted by Mussolini. The corporations were admiringly looking at the German new scientific epoch. The Swiss were their bank and their munitions. And the inevitability of a Second World War, 65 million deaths beyond the 15 million of the Great War that was supposed to stop all wars. And then a big mistake was made. Not the dropping of the atomic bomb, because that saved 1 million potential casualties, but the fact to the military-industrial complex that such an end game was created. Oh my God, we have no ability to make profits anymore. So began the long road of non-conclusive engagements for the sole reason of making profits through munitions. Now, look at me. You're on the edge of Japan. Look at the sea and the thousands and thousands of ships with munitions ready to go into an invasion. Well, the war is over. What happens to all the munitions? 1945. Half go to Korea and half go to Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh thought we were his ally, exposed Jefferson in his pursuits of having a decolonialized Vietnam, which at that time was only North Vietnam. And the CIA and the Dark State initiated the Chumkin Catholics forced migration of 1.1 million people, destabilizing China, a backwater that was really only interested in a bowl of rice, maybe their tribal elder and their urn collecting rainwater because their water was so brackish. This destabilization created a humanitarian crisis recognized by Geneva. They bring in Diem from Paris. Diem gets rid of the French, who were the adjudicators. He gets rid of the Chinese, who were the mercantile manipulators. Next thing that's happening in China is all their food is rotting. It's becoming unstable and perfect to send our babies. And that's why that happened, boys and girls. And the only reason we didn't declare war is we couldn't. Because if we did, that would have been a third world war involving China and the Soviet Union. It goes on and it goes on. They killed 58,271 of our babies. We murdered 6 million Indo-Chinese in that operational theater of war. Iraq, we killed 1 million people. Trust me, they don't give a flying about any of our lives. They only care about profits. Change the way we think. Okay. Yeah, John brought up something that really offended me, and just to put a perspective on where I am in this. In 1964, I came out, this is right after the Tilken Bay Resolution. I was picked in a debate to say why we should not go in. And I was really pissed off because I felt like it bullshit my way if I was going to say why, because of the domino theory, and I could cite Mom and Apple Pie and Kate Smith. But no, I was chosen to say, get out. I'm procrastinating and I'm procrastinating. God damn, I don't want to do this. And I came across a testimony of a soldier, a black beret, who basically now says what I just said to you about the war engagement and how we couldn't win. So from 1964, I watched the reverse domino theory, which rancored me. But what really rancored me was seeing men and some women, because it was mostly men then, coming back who were so pathetically traumatized, who were then subsequently screamed at as baby killers and spit on. That alone could have made me a mass murderer. It was outrageously insensitive. And ladies and gentlemen, mark my word, that insidious war that also did not have to happen created the continental divide that we're drowning in today. That's where it began. So unless we have a dialogue and really sit on our hands and allow each other to speak and get it all spilled out and demonstrate the facts of history to clean out the bullshit from the misinformed and really come down to the bottom line. We may have different opinions, but we are one people, earthlings. It's over. Not on my watch, gang. I'm gonna be here a long fucking time. Not on my watch. Okay. Why did the punk rocker cross the road?
Why?
He was stapled to the chicken.